Question number 5 from practice set 1.2. The question is, in trapezium ABCD, side AB parallel, side PQ parallel, side DC, AP is equal to 15 units, DP is equal to 12 units, QC is equal to 14 units, find BQ. We have given a trapezium ABCD, and it is also given that AB is parallel to BQ is parallel to DC. This is AB parallel, PQ parallel, DC, that is given information. Here we have given the measurements of three segments, that is AP, it is given 15 units, then DP, it is given 12 units, we have given QC, that is 14 units, and we have to find BQ, we have to find this segment. Now each and everyone knows which property or which theorem we can use here. So if you have to know that which property we have to use here, we have to read the question carefully. And here clearly mentioned that AB is parallel to PQ is parallel to DC. Means definitely we have to use the property of the three parallel lines and their transversal. We do not have any other option. We can use that property only, since the given information is AB parallel, PQ parallel, DC. Three sides are parallel to each other. Since we have to use the property of the three parallel lines and their transversal, and we have to find BQ. Sometimes in the question you may have given find BC. Actually BC is not there in the equation of property of three parallel lines and their transversal, but we can add CQ and BQ, and taking the addition of CQ and BQ we will find BC. Actually we have to find BQ only, but sometimes the question gets changed, and in the question we have to find BC. So at that time first of all we have to find BQ, and then BQ plus CQ, that is nothing but BC. So here we will find the BQ by using the property of three parallel lines and their transversal. So first of all we will write the given information. In the previous lecture I already told you the structure, how to write the answer. That first of all we have to draw the diagram. It is very important to draw the diagram there. Then we have to write the given information, and then we have to use the theorem, property or converse to get the answer of the question which we have asked. So here we draw the diagram. Now we will write the given information, and then by using the property of three parallel lines and their transversal we can find the value of BQ. So here first we will write the given information, that is quadrilateral ABCD is trapezium, that is given information. Quadrilateral ABCD is trapezium, that is given information. Then we have given AP is equals to 15, DP is equals to 12, QC is equal to 14, and we have to find BQ. Now this is also given information, AB parallel, PQ parallel, DC, but we will write that now. Write that information and instantly use the property. So here now we will write, this is also given information, side AB parallel, side PQ parallel, side DC, that is also given information, and we have to use this information. Now we will write here by using property of three parallel lines, by using the property of three parallel lines and their transversal, No need to write the property here, just we will write the name of the property, which property we are going to use. No need to write the property. The actual property is, if three lines are parallel to each other, then the ratio of the intercepts made on a transversal is equal to the ratio of the corresponding intercepts made on the another transversal. That is the property, but we are not going to write the whole property here. Just we are writing the name of that property, that is by using the property of three parallel lines and their transversal. Now we know that the intercepts made on a transversal, the ratio of the intercepts made on a transversal, that is AP upon PD is equals to AP upon PD is equals to BQ upon CQ. And now we have to put the values there which we know, and remaining values we have to find. Here AP is given 15, so we will write 15 here, upon DP is given 12, that is equals to BQ we have to find, so we will write it as it is, upon CQ is given 14. Now here we can divide both 15 and 12 by 3. We can reduce this ratio, we will write this ratio into the simplest form, and then we will take the cross multiplications. Here 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12. We have 5 upon 4 is equal to BQ upon 14. Is 5 upon 4 is equals to BQ upon 14. And now take the cross multiplications. Is 4 multiplied by BQ is equals to 5 multiplied by 14. Now transfer this 4 to the right side, so we will get the value of BQ. BQ is equal to 5 multiplied by 14 divided by 4. Now here we can divide both 14 and 4 by 2. This is 2 7s are 14, 2 2s are 4. Now we have BQ is equal to 35 upon 2, which is equals to 17.5 units. Since the unit is not given there, the sides are not in centimeter, not in meter, so the unit is not given there, so we have to write the word units there. BQ is equal to 17.5 units. Here we complete the question number 5. Now we will take the next question, that is question number 6. Question number 6 from practice set 1.2. The question is find QP by using the given information in the figure. Here we have given a diagram. In the diagram some information is given there, and from that information we have to find the length of segment QP. Now if we observe the diagram, we have given a triangle MENP. In that triangle the angle bisector of angle MENP is drawn, that is NQ, and MEN is given, PN is given, MQ is given. We have to find PQ. Now we can easily get that we have to use the angle bisector property here. Since the angle bisector of an angle is given there and we have to find PQ, sometimes the question is find PM. So first of all we have to find PQ, and then you can take the sum of PQ and MQ and we will get the PM. But here we have to find only seg QP. So first we will write the information which we have available here in triangle MENP. In triangle MENP we will first write the measurements which we have available here, that is MEN is equals to 25 units, MQ is equal to 14 units, we have NP is equal to 40 units, and we have to find PQ. We have to find PQ, or you can say it as QP. Now it is also given that this NQ is the bisector of angle MENP. So here you can write NQ is bisector of angle MENP, since we have to use the property of angle bisector there. Therefore by using angle bisector property, by using angle bisector property, or you can write angle bisector theorem also, by using angle bisector property. Now we know that the angle bisector property, if the angle bisector of an angle is drawn, then the side opposite to that angle, that is PM, and the remaining two sides are divides proportionally. it means that ratio of these two parts, that is MQ upon PQ, is equal to ratio of these remaining two sides, that is MEN upon NP. So how we write this ratio, that is very important. According to that we have to write the another ratio. Suppose we write this ratio as MQ upon PQ, MQ upon PQ. Then how to write the another ratio? First of all, we have to write the corresponding side of MQ in the numerator, that is MEN, upon corresponding side of PQ, that is PN, or you can say it as adjacent side. Now put the values there and find PQ. Here MQ is given 14, upon PQ we have to find, that is equal to MEN is given 25, upon PN is given 40. Now here we can simplify this ratio. We can divide both numerator and denominator by 5. This is 5 5 is 25, 5 8 is 40. Now taking cross multiplication, we will get the value of PQ. So this is 5 multiplied by PQ. 5 multiplied by PQ is equal to 8 multiplied by 14. Now transfer this 5 to the right side, so we will get PQ is equal to 8 multiplied by 14, that is 14 8 is 112. 14 8 is 112 divided by 5. Since both the numbers are not divisible by 5, here if we transfer this 5 to the right side, it will went into division, but both the numbers are not divisible by 5, so we take the product, that is 14 into 8, 112 divided by 5. Now divide 112 by 5. This PQ is equal to 5 2s are 10, 1 is remaining here, and then again 5 2s are 10, 2 is remaining there. We will take decimal sign here and we take 0 on 2, we will get 20 there, 5 4s are 20. So this is the length of segment PQ. It is 22.4 units. So this is all about the question number 6. Here we complete the 6th question. Now we will take the next question, that is question number 7. Question number 7 from practice set 1.2. The question is, in the figure 1.41, if AB is parallel to CD is parallel to EF, then find EX and EE. Again here we have given the three parallel lines AB, CD and EF, and we have their transversals, that is BDF and ACE are their transversals. So definitely we have to use the property of three parallel lines and their transversal here to find EX, and then once we find EX, then we will add these two AC and CE to get EE, that is by using the relation of betweenness. But here the transversals are horizontal. In the previous example transversals are vertical, so we can easily write the ratio. But here the transversals are horizontal, so some students have problem to write the ratio. Actually there is no problem, but just the transversals are horizontal. So we have to take care about that. We have to take the ratio of these two intercepts, that is equal to ratio of these two corresponding intercepts. BD and DF are the intercepts made on a transversal, and AC and CE are the intercepts made on the another transversal. So how we write the first ratio? If we write first ratio BD upon DF, then we have to write the second ratio as AC upon CE. If we write the first ratio as FD upon BD, then we have to write the second ratio as EC upon AC. How we write the first ratio? Depending upon that we have to write the second ratio, that is very important. So here the diagram is already drawn. Now we will write the given information or the information which is available there in the diagram. It is given that we will first write the measurements which we have available here in the above figure. In the figure it is given that BD is equal to 8, DF is equal to 4, AC is equal to 12. we have to find the value of x, that is CE, and also we have to find the length of segment AE. Here we have to find two values. Now it is given that AB is parallel to CD is parallel to EF. So we will write that information here. Side AB parallel, side CD parallel, side EF. That is the given information. Now here we can write, by using the property of three parallel lines and their transversal, by using property of three parallel lines, by using the property of three parallel lines and their transversal and their transversals, we can write at BD upon DF, that is the ratio of the intercepts made on a transversal, that is BD upon DF is equals to, now while writing the second ratio we have to take the corresponding intercepts into the numerator and denominator. Corresponding intercept of BD, that is AC, upon corresponding intercept of DF is CE. So we will write here AC upon CE. See the sequence of writing the ratio BD upon DF. So here AC upon CE, same sequence we have to use there. Now put the values there and first find the value of X, that is CE. Now here we know BD, it is given 8, upon DF it is given 4, AC is given 12 and CE is given X. So here we will divide 8 by 4, that is 4 1s are 4, 4 2s are 8. We will simplify this ratio, that is 2 upon 1 is equal to 12 upon X. Now take the cross multiplications, 2 multiplied by X is equal to 12 multiplied by 1. Take the cross multiplication, 2x is equal to 12. Now x is equal to 12 divided by 2, that is equal to 6 units. That is the value of the variable x. Now we have to also find AE. So here we can write AC plus CE is equal to AE, that is by using the relation of betweenness. AC plus CE, that is equal to EE, or simply we can write AE is equal to AC plus CE, and the reason is C is in between A and E. C is in between A and E, that is the reason for this statement AE is equal to AC plus CE. Now put the values there, 12 plus value of X is 6. Is AE is equal to AC is 12 plus CE is X, that is 6. So AE is equal to 18 units. And here we get both the values which we have to find, that is X is equal to 6 and AE is equal to 18 units. Now we will take the next question, that is question number 8. Question number 8 from practice set 1.2, that is in triangle LMN, ray MT bisects angle LMN. If LM is equal to 6 units, MN is equal to 10 units, TN is equal to 8 units, then find LT. Since the given information is MT bisects angle LMN, we definitely have to use angle bisector property. We do not have any other way to solve this example. We can use only angle bisector property, since the given information is MT is the bisector of angle LMN. So first we draw the diagram, then we will write the information which we have available, or the given information we can write here, that is in triangle LMN. First we will write the measurements of the segments which we have, that is LM is equal to 6 units, MN is equal to 10 units, Tn is equal to 8 units and we have to find LT. It is also given that ray MT bisects angle LMN. Ray MT bisects angle LMN. Now by using angle bisector property, here the opposite side to the angle, that is LN, is divided into two parts, LT and TN. So we can write LT upon TN. LT upon Tn is equals to, the corresponding side of LT is LM upon, here the another side is MN. So here you can write LM upon MN. Since we write this ratio as LT upon Tn, we have to write this ratio as LM upon MN. If we write this ratio as NT upon TL, then we have to write the another ratio as NM upon LM. That we have to write carefully. Now here put the values which we have available. LT we have to find, since we will put it as it is. Tn is given, that is 8. It is equals to LM is given 6 upon MN is given 10. Now here we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. This is 2 3 is 6, 2 5 is 10. Now take the cross multiplications to find LT. That is LT multiplied by 5 is equal to 3 multiplied by 8. LT multiplied by 5, that is equals to 3 multiplied by 8. Directly you can write 24 also. Since LT is equal to multiplication of 3 and 8 is 24 divided by 5. This 5 is transferred to the right side and it will went into division. So we have 24 upon 5, that is LT is equal to 5 4s are 20, 4 is remaining there. Take the decimal sign here. Now we have 40, that is 5 8s are 40. So LT is equal to 4.8 units. Here we complete the question number 8. Now we will take the next question, that is question number 9. Question number 9. In triangle ABC, sec BD bisects angle ABC. If AB is equal to x, BC is equal to x plus 5, AD is equal to x minus 2 and DC is equal to x plus 2, then find the value of x. Here we have given all the four sides, that is AB, BC, AD and CD. But here we have unknown variable x. No value of any segment is given their constant. Here we have variable x, unknown variable is there. So we have to find the value of that x. So the given information is BD bisects angle ABC. Each and everyone knows that we have to use the angle bisector property. Here we do not have any other option. So first of all we will draw the diagram, that is already drawn. Now we have to write the information which we have available, that is in triangle ABC, it is given that AB is equal to x, BC is equal to x plus 5, AD is equal to x minus 2, DC is equal to x plus 2, and we have to find the value of x. It is again given that BD bisects angle ABC. So here we will write that information, sec BD bisects angle ABC. Sec BD bisects angle ABC. So here we can write by using angle bisector property, by using angle bisector property, by using angle bisector property, that is AD upon CD is equal to AB upon BC. If we write this ratio as AD upon DC, we have to write the another ratio AB upon BC. And if we write this ratio as CD upon AD, then we have to write the another ratio as BC upon AB. That is very important. How we write the first ratio, depending upon that we have to write the another ratio. So first ratio we will write AD upon DC, that is equal to AB upon BC. Now put the values there. AD is given x minus 2 upon DC is given x plus 2. It is equal to AB is given x upon BC is given x plus 5. Now here we have to take the cross multiplications to get the value of x. So here x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 5, that is equal to x multiplied by x plus 2. So x multiplied by x plus 2, that is equal to x minus 2 into x plus 5. Cross multiplications we have to make there. So x multiplied by x plus 2 is equal to x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 5. Now take the multiplication. X multiplied by x is x square plus x multiplied by 2 is 2x, that is equal to, here we can use the formula, we have an identity. If both the brackets have one term common, then we have an identity to make the product, but each and every student didn't know that identity, so we can multiply each and every term of x plus 5 by x minus 2. So first of all we will multiply this bracket by x only, x multiplied by x plus 5. Now we have to multiply the same bracket by minus 2. So here minus 2 multiplied by x plus 5. Take the multiplications. Here x square plus 2x is equals to x into x is x square plus x into 5 is 5x. Now minus 2 into x is minus 2x, minus into plus is minus 2 into 5 is 10. Now simplify this again. Here x square gets cancelled. If we transfer this x square to the right side, we will get minus x square, and x square minus x square is 0. So we cancel these two terms from both the sides, that is x square gets cancelled. We have 2x here, it is equal to 5x minus 2x, that is 3x. This is minus 10 as it is. Now we will transfer this minus 10 to the left side and transfer this 2x to the right side. Since both are having same variable x, so we have to take them to any one side, either in LHS or in RHS. So we will transfer this minus 10 to the left side, that will become plus 10. This 3x remains as it is, and we have to transfer this 2x to the right side, that is minus 2x. Or we can transfer one by one. Since we transfer, this is 2x remains as it is, minus 10 is transferred to the left side, that will become 2x plus 10 is equal to 3x is remaining here. Now transfer this 2x to the right side, so we will get 10 is equal to 3x minus 2x, that is equal to x. So we have x is equal to 10. Therefore the value of x is 10. The value of x is 10 units. This is all about the question number 9. Now we will take the question number 10, which is an activity.